I really badly heat damaged my hair. And not only did I badly heat damage my hair, I also caused a lot of mechanical damage over the last few months. I'm going to talk about it with you guys for the sake of transparency on my channel. And I'm also going to tell you what I will do forward for 2027 and for the end of the year so I can remedy what has happened. A minor contributor to the damage that I've had with my hair, but I find it a very exciting news, so I'm starting with it. As you can see in the background here, we have moved into a house with a pool. The house, generally speaking, is the most beautiful house I've ever seen. It's truly my dream house. And because we've had this pool, I have been swimming at least once weekly, and I have not been properly taking care of my hair after the fact. You should really wash out all the chlor and all the chemicals from the pool water after swimming with a special shampoo, and I have not been doing that every time. But like I said, it's far from being the worst problem on this list. Most of the issues boil down to the fact that, and I have gotten over this, but for a while I started resenting doing my hair. And can any other natural hair content creator please chime in and let me know if this is a common feeling? Because when I started my channel, there was a lot of passion, I want to say, and want to talk about hair. I saw no one really making the kind of videos that I wanted to see about hair, so I decided that I would start making them. And I also had struggled for a very long time to grow my hair to where it was. And I thought, you know what, this is what worked for me. I have never seen anyone talk about this at the time. Now, a lot more people are talking about this now, but when I started my channel, there wasn't that many science-based natural hair care videos out there. There weren't really any ranking videos made at that moment specifically, and people weren't talking as much about going without protective styles. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That was why I wanted to start my channel, because I wasn't really seeing anyone talking about these things that I wanted to talk about. And surprisingly, my channel grew very fast, and I got more and more excited. I wanted to make more videos because I was so happy about this community that I was creating here on YouTube. But if you know anything about YouTube's algorithm, you know that it doesn't let you talk about anything but the niche that sort of gave you your little claim to fame, if that makes sense. And I quickly realized that unless I was making hair care videos, my channel would eventually be dying. So if you've ever wondered why YouTubers just keep talking about the same thing over and over again, that's why. It's because otherwise YouTube won't show you guys our videos. And like I said, the big pro was that I was growing the community. The big con was that I started doing more things to my hair. I started deviating a lot from my usual routine. I've started filming more during wash days to either use it as B-roll or for a wash day video. And if you've never filmed a wash day video, it is the most draining and most annoying thing to film ever. There is water everywhere. It is stressful. You don't want your camera to get hit by water. If you don't want fog all over your camera, you have to keep the temperature down. And so it turns something that is supposed to be an enjoyable moment and experience into something very stressful. I have actually filmed a lot of wash days that you guys will never see because you can tell looking at the footage that I am really stressed. And because of the thing with YouTube only pushing out videos about a certain topic, and because some of the videos I was making were quite labor intensive, like the bond repair videos. Mind you, I'm extremely proud of those videos because they were so labor intensive. They're like the magnus opus of my channel. But because that was going on, and at the same time, I started going back to school. In case you guys don't know, I am a computer science student. And that plus my children, because I have two kids. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I have two kids. It has just been a very stressful few months. And as a result, I think because I felt sort of boxed in with my channel, I grew resentful of my hair. My Sundays used to be wash day, going shopping, going to the spa, going get a mani-pedi, all very relaxing moments turned into a big chore because I had to wash my hair. But after washing my hair, I still had to edit or respond to emails or study, catch up with school, taking care of my kids, spending time with my family, all of that. What I'm trying to say here in a very complicated way is that my hair fell all the way at the bottom of my priority list. So I think most of the mechanical damage for my hair has come from me being very aggressive with my hair while I was detangling, which I never would have done before. Absolutely never. Because it was my moment, it was my sacred moment. I know exactly how the heat damage happened. There was a heat wave all over Europe in July, I believe that was. And during that month, I straightened my hair weekly on, was it 200? I think it was 220 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know why I did that. Don't, obviously, do not do that. And obviously, if you straighten your hair at extremely high heat every single week, and I was doing God knows how many passes, I got heat damage. And I got really, really bad heat damage. There's also the fact, and I forgot to mention this, because I oftentimes test out products, and I test out products not just once, but I try to test them out multiple times. It's been very hard for me to stick to my usual routine with the products that I know that my hair likes, because I'm trying to put out videos and talk about certain products that I know you guys are interested in. For example, I have just finished trying out the Secret line for 2 months now, and I'm about to start trying out Japanese and Korean hair care for the sake of a future video. And that has also contributed to my problem. Okay, now that we said that, this is my very quick, in a few words, plan on how I'm going to remedy the issue that I've caused. And not only that, I don't just want to get back the length and the health of my hair, I also want to see if I can increase the amount of density that I'm naturally predisposed to have. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have to introduce protective styling, because due to me trying out products and due to me filming and due to me doing all these things for the channel, I have realized that I have been over manipulating my hair more than I usually would. And I'm always someone who says, and I stick to that, that you can grow long hair without doing any sort of traditional protective styling. I am a testament to that. I have grown my hair to mid-back length in 3.5 years without doing any sort of protective styling. But I don't think that it will be possible for me to do what I'm doing now with the channel and still keep my hair out all the time, because I've just been manipulating it way too much. The second thing, and this is an obvious one, I will go back to using heat more responsibly. I have used heat for years, so please don't believe because of what has happened to me due to my own neglect of my hair that heat is the enemy. I don't believe that heat is the enemy. You just have to use it responsibly. For most of the time that I have had my channel, I was using heat every single week, and you could not tell that my hair was damaged. My curls never got looser, but I know the effect of heat on hair, so I know that it has been damaging my hair. But it can do so in a way that is not going to be a huge detriment to your hair. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm also going to cut my hair to start fresh, and I will keep checking in on the health of my hair every single month. I won't be doing any trims unless necessary. I do not believe in trimming on a schedule. I think it just eats up at your length, so I won't be doing that this time around either. However, because I will be protective styling, something that will change is the fact that I will go from washing my hair once a week to twice a week. I have scalp psoriasis, and I've been able to keep it at bay using medicated shampoos and scalp serums. But since I will be protective styling, I think it's a good moment to introduce wash days more than once a week. And I will report and let you know whether or not I'm seeing an improvement with my hair or it has been a downgrade. But I will always, no matter what, wash my hair at least weekly, because so many people have asked me over time, how did you grow your hair so quickly over the span of 3.5 years? And it was weekly washing. That was the biggest switch that I've ever made, going from washing my hair monthly to washing my hair weekly. I am 100% convinced is the reason why my hair grew so much faster in that time frame. I will also be testing out more hair growth serums and low laser therapy devices to see whether or not they can increase the density of my hair and the speed at which my hair is growing. This is honestly mainly for the channel because I know a lot of you are interested in that topic, and I will report my findings. I will also stick to a very strict bond repair regimen, as well as introduce crease as an occlusive in my hair care routine. Again, I will discuss all of this in detail, so if you have any questions, drop them now down below so I can answer them in my next video. I quickly want to wrap up this video by saying that although I don't feel sad about what has happened to my hair, I almost feel ashamed considering that this is what I talk about on here. So I'm sorry if me doing this has let you down in any way, but I personally don't feel sad because I now realize that it's just hair. I would not have been able to say this, and I would have been devastated 3.5 years ago if I had gotten so far and I destroyed my hair in the way that I have. But now, because I have achieved what I wanted before, which is long hair, I know that I can achieve it again, and I don't think that it's something to be sad about. So we're going to grow our hair together next year. I am so thankful for every single one of you, and I feel so proud of the community that I have here. I see you in my next video. Bye bye.